Number 1. Brian is well known for his fun Disneyland adventures with friends on his YouTube channel Dizzy Bears, where the content is usually light-hearted and entertaining. But on his second channel, DB Interactive, he shares more personal content, ranging from life updates to ghost hunting trips. It was on this channel that Brian posted a video unlike anything he had ever shared before, one that left his viewers feeling uneasy. On September 6th, 2015, Brian went on a solo camping trip deep into the forests of Arizona, hoping to enjoy some peace and quiet in nature. His first night was calm and relaxing, filled only with the natural sounds of the forest. But on the second evening, as the sun began to set, something strange happened that completely changed the mood.
There we go. Maybe you'll see it behind me. I've wandered everywhere in the forest here all day, and I see every star in the sky. There's no clouds. There were earlier. There's nothing. But this light keeps flashing up in the trees, different areas. It's really weird, and I don't know how to describe it because it keeps flashing at different areas of the trees. Sometimes it's lower, sometimes it's higher, and I don't know what it is. I just hear elk around. Guys, okay. I want you to kind of focus between in this. Oh, did you just see that? What the hell is that?
Out of nowhere, Brian noticed something he couldn't explain, flashing lights appearing among the trees. Curious and a bit concerned, he started live streaming the experience on Periscope, hoping to document whatever was happening in real time. Throughout the stream, the strange lights kept flickering in random bursts of different colors. They appeared at various heights in the trees, sometimes low, sometimes high, and seemed to move unpredictably.
Okay, hang on. Oh my God. Up there. Oh, okay. Hi from Idaho. Okay. Up there in these trees. Oh, did you see that flash? It looked like between the two trees, it keeps flashing once in a while. Really weird, and I'm the only one out here. I've got the fire to my back here, so it's kind of hard for me to see in the distance, and maybe you won't see it as well, but I think you saw it a few times. And trust me, I was out in that direction, way out there. No firefly, it's a big flash. See, did you see it? Did you see it? I don't know if I saw it on the screen. I was looking ahead and I saw it.
Brian, clearly unsettled, explained that he had spent the whole day exploring the area and hadn't seen anything that could have caused such lights. As the flashes continued, his confusion and discomfort grew. Viewers watching the live stream began to offer their own theories. Some thought it might have a natural cause, while others suggested something more mysterious, but no one could come up with a clear answer.
There is not one cloud in the sky right now. Oh, that looked like, oh, I saw a little light to the right, just a tiny one. That looked like a lightning bug, but then a big flash over there, huge flash. This is real, oh, and it keeps moving. I'm kind of freaked out. This is crazy. Hang on. So I'm going to show you here. Got my campfire here. Did you guys hear the elk? You will be remembered. Oh, thank you. No, there's no road. I drove in on this dirt road, like a 4x4 road, like a mile and a half, 2 miles from the main highway. And it's not that direction. There's my car. I drove in this road and it goes out that direction. And the highway actually connects back over there. It's really strange.
Despite feeling nervous, Brian didn't pack up and leave. Instead, he chose to stay and see if he could figure out what was going on, hoping the lights would either reveal their source or simply disappear. As the night wore on, the lights continued to flash, sometimes brightly, sometimes faintly, but always in the middle of the trees, never touching the ground or shining above the treetops. Brian stayed near his campfire, keeping a close eye on the strange glow while trying to stay calm.
I'm going to kind of sit here for a while and figure out what this is. Walk towards it. If you were out here alone, would you walk? Now it keeps looking like it's shining through the trees like a flashlight, but it doesn't hit the ground. It stays in the middle of the trees, about, I'd say 20 to 30. Oh, that's like 30, 40 feet in the air. And it like shoots like in one direction. It's like flash, but it looks like it's moving, but it doesn't hit the ground and it doesn't go beyond the tops of the trees. It just stays in the middle. So anyway, it's hard to prove anything, I'm here all alone. But it's behind me now. It's kind of freaky. And it is so quiet. I constantly hear elk and weird things last night. So I'm going to do some tree knocks here in a little bit. And I'm just going to eat my sandwich I made here, and I started seeing the lights. So I just wanted to go on and tell you guys about it.
Being alone in the quiet, dark forest only added to the eerie feeling. Eventually, just as suddenly as they had appeared, the lights stopped. Although Brian was relieved, he was also left with a lot of questions. The experience stuck with him, and for the rest of the night, he remained on edge, replaying the event in his head and rewatching the footage, trying to make sense of it all. When he posted the video on his channel, many viewers shared their own similar stories in the comments. Yet, despite the attention, no one has been able to explain what Brian saw that night. Please help us reach 1,000 subscribers. 99% of you watching have not subscribed yet, so please do. It's free. Number 2. The night was cold and unusually quiet. A heavy stillness hung in the air, broken only by the occasional flicker of streetlights along Halton Avenue. Once a lively neighborhood full of energy, the street now felt like a shadow of its former self, haunted not just by time, but by something darker. Christopher, a YouTuber known for exploring abandoned and creepy places, decided to check out Halton Avenue after hearing local rumors. The area had a grim past. A woman had been kidnapped and murdered here years ago, and ever since, people claimed the street never felt the same. Intrigued by the mystery, Christopher grabbed his camera and went to see for himself. The building, though once grand, was now falling apart, windows shattered, walls covered in grime, and nature slowly reclaiming what was left. From the outside, it looked forgotten, but inside, something didn't feel right. Despite the dust and decay, small details stood out. Coats hung by the door, like someone had just taken them off. A calendar still showed recent dates. For a place supposedly abandoned, it felt strangely lived in. Driven by curiosity, and maybe a bit of stubbornness, Christopher pushed deeper into the church.
I could have swore I heard something.
That's when he heard it, a loud bang from somewhere nearby. His heart skipped a beat, but he told himself it was probably just the wind or something falling. Old buildings were noisy, right?
It was upstairs. Oh, shit.
Then came another sound, a door slamming shut upstairs. This time, it was too deliberate to ignore. Most people would have turned around and left, but Christopher headed toward the noise. Upstairs, something was off. A door that had been open moments ago was now firmly closed.
That door wasn't closed. At least I don't think it was.
He could have sworn it wasn't like that before. Hesitant but determined, he opened it slowly.
What does that say?
The room was empty. Still, the uneasy feeling lingered, and every creak of the floorboards only made it worse.
Hope I don't find a body down here. It actually looks like it's just underneath the house. It's not really a basement. Still creepy. Sorry. I didn't know nobody lived there.
Then he made his way to the basement, or what looked like a crawl space under the church. It was cramped and dimly lit, and the air felt heavy. As he scanned the space, something caught his eye. A figure, motionless and draped in cloth. A jolt of fear ran through him. Someone had been living down here. Whether it was a person hiding out or something else entirely, Christopher didn't wait to find out. His survival instincts kicked in and he bolted, racing back up and out of the building. He got out safely, But the experience stuck with him. The thought of how close he'd come to a potential encounter with whoever, or whatever, was down there haunted him. It was a harsh reminder that even the places we think are empty might not be, and sometimes curiosity can lead you straight into danger. Number 3. Meet Chris, a seasoned YouTuber best known for his channel Omega. Over the years, he's gone from making fun, laid-back videos to diving headfirst into the world of abandoned places and eerie encounters. But of all the adventures he's filmed, one night from 2019 still stands out as one of the most unnerving and dangerous he's ever faced. It was May 7th, 2019, a quiet spring day when Chris set out on what he thought would be just another overnight exploration. His destination? A remote tunnel in Poland, deep in the Owl Mountains. Not just any tunnel, though. This one had a dark past. Built during World War II by the Nazis, it was part of an unfinished military complex, shrouded in secrecy. Historians still debate its true purpose, and with so much of it hidden or inaccessible, legends about what lies inside have only grown. Some say it's cursed, others say it's just another relic of history. Chris wanted to find out for himself. With only his camera gear and his loyal dog Max, he arrived at the edge of the forest.
Ever since I've done one of these, according to the GPS, we're coming very close to Spooner's Tunnel now. I think it's just down at the bottom of this hill here. I'm actually quite anxious about doing this overnight challenge. You know, it's a dark, creepy, really long tunnel, and you know, I don't know what kind of people are going to be up here. So yeah, the nerves are just starting to kick in now, especially being alone. Okay, here we are here. The only person I have with me is Max. You know, Van's best friend and everything. Oh man, look at that. There's a vehicle over there that's burnt out too. Oh man, look at it. I hope it's not a popular spot for people.
As they hiked toward the tunnel entrance, a sense of unease crept in. It wasn't just the isolation. It was the silence, the way the trees seemed to close in, and the sight of a rusted, burned-out vehicle near the path. Not exactly a welcoming sign. As they approached the entrance, the massive mouth of the tunnel loomed ahead, swallowing all light.
Mostly worried about is people coming up here. I mean, you don't know what kind of people come up here. I don't see any visible signs of like tagging or anything on the outside piece of the tunnel. But you just don't know. You don't know what kind of people are gonna come up and hang out in this tunnel, you know, in the night. And it is a Friday night here.
Chris glanced around. No graffiti, no signs of other explorers, nothing. And that worried him more. He wasn't afraid of ghosts or strange sounds. It was the unknown, the possibility of running into someone with bad intentions, especially in a place like this, far from help. Still, he pressed on. Inside, the air grew colder. Chris set up camp and made a small meal, trying to relax. But the tunnel had other plans.
We're going to keep pushing, and we'll do a walk through the tunnel soon. It's like the eerie silence is just getting to me at this point, and I'm hearing things left, right and centre, trust me. Maybe we can wander down a bit of the way to see what we may find. Who knows?
As night settled in, he took a walk deeper into the tunnel, flashlight in hand.
Like right here, I'll turn my light off. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I literally got the light on the camera, that's it. Oh man, this is pretty creepy actually. There's like nothing. It's like dead silence. Max. Sorry, I got to turn the light back on, there he is. Honestly, it's really strange without the lights on. It's weird, man. Like, you're underground in the middle of nowhere. It's strange. You don't know what you're gonna find down here. I think that's the biggest thing. And if you look down there.
At one point, he turned off the light to show his viewers just how dark it really was. Instantly, pitch blackness. No light, no sound. Just the deep hum of silence and the occasional rustle from Max. It was the kind of darkness that plays tricks on your mind, and it was starting to get to him. After a while, fatigue hit, and with his camera battery dying and his microphone busted, Chris decided to get some rest. He lay down, trying to sleep, but strange noises echoed around him. Soft thuds, faint beeps, enough to keep him on edge.
Right now, I honestly keep hearing things. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Gosh damn tripod. I hear some sort of tune. Max, come here. Come here. Oh, shit. Max. Who's that? Who's that, Max? The actual? Can you guys hear that?
Suddenly, a shrill beeping snapped him awake. At first, he thought it was equipment. Then came a tune, soft, eerie, almost like a song. It took a moment to register. Max growled, alert. Chris sat up, heart racing, trying to locate the sound. It was coming from deeper in the tunnel. Against his better judgment, he picked up the camera and flashlight and crept toward the noise. As the song echoed through the cold, empty corridor, Chris froze.
What the? Hello? What is that? Max, what is that? Hello? Is there somebody here? That's just creepy as... What the hell? Is anyone here? What is that? Oh! Max! Hurry up! Max! Max!
Ahead, barely visible in the dim light, was a figure, standing perfectly still against the wall. No response, no movement, just watching. Chris called out again, louder this time. Still nothing. That's when fear took over. He grabbed Max and ran, not looking back until he was outside, gasping for air. The adrenaline, the terror, it all hit at once. He and Max left immediately, shaken but safe. Yet the questions haunted him. Who was that person? Were they waiting for him? Why that tune? Was it all a coincidence or something far more sinister? Chris would never know. He vowed never to return. And honestly, can you blame him? Number 4. Lou, a familiar face from the YouTube channel Camper Vibe, is known for documenting van life adventures alongside her wife Emily. Together, they roam across Europe, exploring off-the-beaten-path locations, hiking remote trails, and soaking in the peace that comes with life on the road. Their travels have captivated thousands of viewers who tune in to experience the beauty and unpredictability of nature through Lou's lens. But during one solo trip, Lou would come to realize just how unpredictable the wilderness can truly be. On January 4th, 2023, Lou headed out alone into the damp woodlands near Pluckley Village, a quiet part of the English countryside. The weather was rainy, and she was eager to set up camp before it worsened. After a short drive, she found a spot near a footpath about a mile outside the village, where she parked her van and set up her hammock and tarp shelter.
The camp is set. I wanted to get everything set up before the rain comes, which is just in the nick of time, I think. But we've got the tarp over there, hammock, obviously, because I'm in the woods there. Very excited to be sleeping in the hammock again. I want to test out some new gear, so I've got my sleeping bags and bits and bobs. If the rain does get bad, I'll probably move the hammock underneath the tarp, even though the hammock copes just fine in the rain. I've used it before in the rain, but it would be nice to have a bigger shelter. But we'll see how we go. I just wanted to get it set and get everything packed away, cameras and stuff out of.
Her goal was to test out some new gear, enjoy a quiet night in the forest, and film the experience for her viewers. What she didn't know was that she had unknowingly chosen a site near the infamous Screaming Woods, an area with a dark reputation and a long history of unsettling stories. The forests around Pluckley are often referred to as some of the most haunted in England. Local legends speak of a notorious highwayman who was captured and executed by villagers. According to the tales, his spirit still wanders the woods, and over the years, many have claimed to witness unexplained events, disappearances, strange deaths, and eerie sightings, all adding to the area's ominous reputation. Despite the folklore, Lou began her evening in familiar routine, setting up camp and cooking dinner in the solitude of the forest. As night fell, an unexpected chill crept into the air, and the peaceful atmosphere began to shift.
Pudding is not that glamorous either. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see. A Cadbury's Pot of Joy. Yogurt, basically. Chocolate yogurt. There is a lot of noises in these woods. Sounds like kids screaming. That's just a train. Is it a bird or is it kids screaming? That's a bird. That's a gunshot. I don't know if you'll be able to hear a lot of this, it's pretty distant, but it sounds like kids screaming.
Lou started noticing strange noises echoing through the trees, distant sounds that were difficult to place. It began with what seemed like the cries of children, followed by the low rumble of what sounded like a train, a sharp crack resembling a gunshot, and the haunting call of owls. These sounds didn't follow any clear pattern and seemed to come from all directions, yet there was no visible source. The combination of noises was disorienting, creating a sense of unease that hung heavy around her. Lou tried to shake the feeling off and keep focused on her fire, but something about the woods felt wrong.
That temperature's definitely dropped now. I've had to put my woolly hat on and everything, but this is ideal. Honestly, I've never known a woods with so many strange noises. It's not just your normal birds and stuff and planes. There's a lot of planes. There's like this weird... Well, I don't really know how to describe it, but I'm tired, so I'm going to let this burn out in a bit, sit here and enjoy a fire for a little while and then head to bed.
The noises continued, and her instincts were on high alert. She mentioned that she had never experienced a forest with such strange, varied sounds, and it was starting to unsettle her more than she expected. Eventually, she prepared to settle into her hammock for the night, hoping things would calm down, but the sense of being watched remained.
I've got no idea if you guys heard that or not, but honestly, I don't like it, I'm going to be honest. It's not deer, like I know what deer sound like. I've spent so much time with deer.
The silence too complete. Suddenly, footsteps echoed through the woods. At first, she thought it could be a deer, but the rhythm was too deliberate, too human. Her heart raced as she sat frozen, listening to the soft steps moving around her campsite. They didn't rush or scurry like an animal. They moved with intention. She stayed by the fire a while longer, hoping the warmth and light would keep whatever was out there at bay. But the unease never fully left her. Eventually, she climbed into her hammock, hoping for sleep, but knowing that the night wasn't over.
Because I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty convinced there's been a person or persons. What the fuck? I've never wanted the morning to come as much as I do right now.
In the still hours of the early morning, the footsteps returned. Closer this time. They circled her hammock, then stopped right next to her. The silence was deafening. Then, more footsteps, different from the first set, echoed again. The woods, which had seemed so still earlier, now felt alive with hidden activity.
I didn't want to turn the light on earlier because I swear to God that was footsteps. That's just the house though. This is definitely the scariest night I've ever had in a tent. I'm sure I can still hear footsteps. And trains.
Lou lay in silence, fear gripping her, unwilling to turn on a light or make a sound, convinced that someone or something was just beyond reach. Time passed slowly, the darkness feeling endless. After what felt like an eternity, the forest quieted again, only for the footsteps to return nearly an hour and a half later. The sudden noise of crows shattered the eerie stillness, and adrenaline kept her alert. When dawn finally broke, Lou emerged from her hammock and shared her experience. Initially, she thought perhaps someone had wandered from the footpath, lost in the dark. But as the footsteps came again and again, at strange intervals deep into the night, she realized this was no lost hiker. The sounds were deliberate,
The first time at 2 o'clock in the morning. When it happened again at 3 and then again around 3:20, I decided it's definitely not just a lost dog walker at that silly o'clock. So yeah, don't know what it was, but there was definitely someone walking around this tent. It was no way was it a deer or a fox or any kind of mammal. The footprints were all wrong. Safe to say I did not sleep very well at all.
She was certain it wasn't an animal either. The footsteps simply didn't match. Though she made it through the night unharmed, Lou was left shaken, unable to fully explain what had happened. It was unlike anything she'd experienced before. The memory of the footsteps, the strange sounds, and the feeling of being watched lingered long after sunrise. The question remains, who or what was out there in the woods that night? Sometimes the forest holds secrets that are never meant to be uncovered.